Hey, it's H here, and on today's video we're checking out ZILIQA or ZIL USD. This chart is on Binance and we're going to be using logarithmic scale due to the exponential growth of this asset. Now again, this is a crypto that has been pumping lately super much, giving it a lot of exposure again to new people and most likely trapping them really high prices before it comes crashing down. Now, before you go and buy this, it would be nice to have an idea of what is going on. So today I'm going to be presenting you a Elliott Wave count, or a few different ones, a few different scenarios what could be happening for the ZILIQA coin. Now, let's start with this one. If you don't know what Elliott Wave is, I suggest you to check out some videos about it so you will understand what I'm actually talking about. Now, to me this looks some kind of 5 waves here as an impulse wave, labeled 1 of intermediary into 2 of intermediary, having this kind of flat pattern down into the C of minor. Again, from there we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with the ending contracting diagonal into the 5th of minor of that 3rd of intermediary. We're getting some divergence here between all these peaks, so we can get the divergence or bearish divergence between these peaks, which is what we're looking for. Now, here, what is going on here? Before we check that out, let's check out the volume. Let's ignore that wick for now, and let me move the chart here so we can actually see the volume a bit better. Now, volume we see high on this first move up to the 1st of intermediary again, coming down a bit as expected on the corrections for this ABC, getting higher, peaking around this 3rd of 3rd, and then starting to fall off, giving us more suggestions that a dump or correction is coming. Multiple signs up here that there is lack of interest in this asset anymore, and most likely leading up to these events here. Now, this volume back here starting, let's see, what is this date, 26th of March, massive amount of volume, nothing this asset has ever seen before, is something to keep in mind. That I have a thing called Mega Bull here prepared for you in a bit later. But back to Earth now. Before we go to the moon, we are checking out this correction down here. So from the all-time highs down to the February 24th low, I've labeled this as such. So ABC down to WXY into X and WXY into Y of the W minor count. Now, there's no obvious pattern here how you want to label this. Could be this, like so. This would be A, B and C, or WXY, but I wouldn't spend too much time on that. Again, here I've labeled this as WX and Y into the Y, bringing us to the current lows that we were at the end of February, and from there on we've just been on a massive run up higher. Now, I've labeled it as such. We can go in a bit closer for our time frame. Now, the issue I have here is, again, this same move that we've seen on many of the other altcoins, is that it is not clear 5 waves. If I had to label subwaves, it would be something like this, 1, 2 here, super small, 3, 4, 5 into here, and but is, I guess it is fine, but it just does not look too good. One could argue where the 2 is. I've placed it here, so I could get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the third of minute here. Again, then we have a correction down to fourth, and now we're up, making the fifth. Now is again debatable where we have the 1 and 2 here. Lowest point of this correction is here, meaning that wave 1 can start only from here on to the right. So it could start from here or here, basically. Most likely here, so it would be 1, 2, some kind of 3. I haven't labeled it yet, but this could be the fourth. Could be some kind of flat pattern here. Not getting us to the expanded flat, or it is expanded flat, but it's not in the B pocket, so to say. But most likely it is doing this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Whether this is the fourth or it is creating some kind of flat pattern coming down a bit here before the last pump up to the 5. Currently we already see divergence between these two peaks. As you see, price is higher here, price is lower here, higher peak in RSI already here, and lower in here, giving us divergence or bearish divergence here with multiple peaks all the way from here. Now this could be the 3 of this third wave, giving us therefore the highest RSI reading and creating a divergence between these two peaks here and here for this third wave as well. Now I wouldn't be surprised if this starts to correct from here on out and would have already completed fifth here, and the divergence is again supporting it. MACD on this time frame showing us this is the third again, which would be looking fine. Now that we got the bullish most likely scenario, I guess, out of the way, we would be expecting a 3-wave move down. As this is the 5 waves, this is going to be 3 waves. 5 waves is always the end or start of summon, so we would be expecting a wave 2 or a wave B next. Now if it is a wave 2, we would be expecting around the golden pocket. Smaller corrections of course are possible. Highest number of volume coming already down here on the 382, as where is the most traded amount of volume with the point of control. This is not too much action here, so I expect actually it coming down quite fast if it starts to correct. Okay, so we would be again expecting the 3-wave move down for this bullish scenario. Let's put these into the correct folder and hide that for now. Next thing that I wanted to present to you is this flat. Let's see, what can I hide here? It's a bit messy. Let's like these fibs for now. I don't think I need this, do I? Okay, this is another idea where we have W, X, Y, and currently making the X. Instead of having the X here, we are placing it here and having ABC here. And what is this? Oh, this is for the Y wave, okay. And here we can see what we're aiming in. Currently we already corrected 90% upwards, meaning we're corrected 90% of this move, expecting another similar move down after this point here into this gray area of this box. Now we can check out how much it actually retraced and if this is valid. It is pretty close, and it even overshot this target box of extended B wave for the expanded flat pattern, but that is fine, that is completely fine. If it goes below or beyond this 1.618 retracement, it is most likely a wave 3 instead of B or something else. Now that didn't happen, so everything is looking fine for this count as well. And here is again a projection for the Y wave. Let me color it this way. So expected at least 0.618, around 0.08532 or 0.085, around that area where we would be looking for the least or the smallest amount of correction. Now this plays out basically the same as the wave 2, expecting 3 waves down, which is not invalid in either of these counts, but for now they are both heading to the same direction, meaning it is more likely again one of these scenarios to happen. Again, after that point, this would be meaning it would be the 4th of this move, and then we would be heading for the 5th. We can check out the more targets for this 5th again later if this plays out, but for now I think I'm going to present to you the last thing I wanted to show you, the mega bull count here, which is living up to its name. Now I wanted to point out the RSI again on daily. It is currently at the highest it's ever been, screaming for some kind of correction downwards, as in any of these counts that I present to you today. This one is a bit different though. It's having 1, 2 here. Why? Because this current price action from this low September 2020s up to the current all-time highs made a really big correction downwards, and that is of course typical for crypto, but this looks almost too good to be true for wave 2, since it hits pretty perfectly into the golden pocket. Now there's not too much correlation between this correction and this correction, and this has been taking a bit more time than this, which is a bit weird since it's a lower degree count or lower degree Elliott wave, but sometimes these things happen, and it is definitely possible and not invalid. So again, here was the couple of different reasons why I was expecting or even showed this count, and another one is here. We would be expecting 1.618 at least for this wave 3. It didn't happen, so this could be just a 1, 2 of intermediary or lower degree count. So if it already had hit this 1.618, then I wouldn't even think about this. This has already been a massive move on non-logarithmic scale. As you can see, we can definitely say that this is a 3 of this same count or same degree. But again, more possibilities in the future. Nothing really separating this play-wise. We are again still expecting the lower correction, or correction lower. Now, I think those were the options that I wanted to present to you today, and let me know down in the comments if you have another count for this. But if you would like me to analyze another coin, let me know again down in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.